This is, of course, the Uncharted prequel. There's Nathan Drake, looking at a gigantic moon, oversized moon, really. And then his bat friends are running away, and then the moon hid. He hid from sight. So Nathan Drake jumped down a hole. Not really, guys. This is Derek Yu presenting a video game. Here it is, says Derek Yu. It's Spelunky. But wait, I hear you say. This isn't Spelunky. I've played Spelunky. It was on them home consoles and that. And it doesn't look anything like this. It's also on that Vita, which I got for Christmas and realised was alright, actually. Pretty good, isn't it? I like the old Vita. Well, it is and it isn't. This isn't that Spelunky. This is the original Spelunky. And it looks a bit different. But it's kind of similar, from what I can tell. Let's just start the game. My name's Peter Willington, and this recording is from, I'm doing this for InRetroSpectPodcast.com, which is a podcast label. We talk about video games. Sometimes we do videos as well. This is one of those videos. Isn't that exciting? I'm gonna just kind of walk you through Spelunky, show you, Jesus Christ, show you what this game is about. And really, this game is about that thing. It's all about that thing. So Spelunky, I've put maybe an hour into this now, and Spelunky is just this really hard. For heaven's sake, this isn't going so well. I've got performance anxiety now. It's a really hard kind of, like, I want to say dungeon explorer. It's not, is it? It's a cave explorer. And when I say dungeon explorer, you might think, oh, is this an RPG? No, it's not an RPG. It's an action game. But it's got RPG elements, I suppose. It's really hard. I don't know what that is. It's really, really tough. And, for heaven's sake. That happens a lot. Basically, you die. And the reason it's that you will die the most often are things like getting cocky. They're things like taking silly risks. They're things like leaping before you look. They're things like that thing right there that I that I absolutely hate. The little arrow firers. So you're this little Indiana Jones guy. Hello, this is me. Nod. And you kind of, you run around these, I believe, randomly generated dungeony things, and you go exploring for treasure. And you can see at the top of the screen there, you've got money, like a dollar icon. That's how much money you got. You also got hearts, which is, you can take 4 hits. I've got 4 bombs. I've got 4 ninja rope thingies, if this was worms. And you can basically navigate the environment and try to get through it and see how many levels you can get to. As far as I can tell, I haven't got past that many levels. But the whole point is figuring stuff out. So, for example, as I've said, I've played it for an hour or two, and I figured out that these stupid arrow things that I really, really flipping hate, I can set them off. For heaven's sake. Well, I could have set it off with a rock. But no. Because I'm an idiot. Let's just go down. There we go. Took a risk there. You can set them off with moving things, because you find out that they're not, they're single use, and so they've only got a single shot in them, and they are, oh god, they are single shot, single use. Whoa, flipping heck. And Jesus. And they are sensitive to movement, so anything will set them off. Which, as you can see, I just did. For God's sake, leave me alone. No, just, yeah, alright, I'm leaving. Yes! I've never got one of those statues before. I got money. Kills, none, because I'm a pacifist. And yeah, it's just really about working stuff out. One of the things I've worked out, I don't like this guy. This is Herbie. He's got some other mates as well. This is a specialty shop. I can't take these things. Can't figure out how to take them, because if you take them, he'll shoot you. If you haven't got enough money. I don't know what these do. Spectacles. Alright. How do I take these things? Yes, please. I'm just going to leave it. Am I? No, I want this. Thank you. How do I take it, please? I can't hit up and do it. Yes, please. Yes, yes. I want these. If I just leave? If I just leave, I get shot in the back by Herbie, the jerk. So basically everything's out to get you, and you kind of figure out how to do things along the way. You don't get to keep anything, as far as I can tell. So, you know, the amount of money that you earn doesn't keep building or anything like that. Oh, fair. The amount of money doesn't keep building, and you don't keep your equipment or anything like that, but you learn things. What you take away is what you learn about the game. So, for example, I've learned that snakes are ridiculously easy to get rid of, but sometimes I think they hide in pots. So you have to be careful of pots. And sometimes you don't. But it's also things like that statue, for example. I never knew, like, in one playthrough, I picked that thing up, stood there, and I got killed. Brilliant. But I learned not to get killed by those things, you know? And another thing, here you go, like, here's a little skull. I think it's a skull. It might be the mask from Phantom of the Opera, but I think it's a skull. And if I do that... why is this trick not working for me anymore? Usually you can set those things off. Yes. There we go. Chests contain the little diamondy things, and you just need to kind of keep getting to the exit each time. It's really, really enjoyable, really, really frustrating as well, because you have to really think on your feet, basically. You have to really think about what's coming up, how to deal with things. So, for example, this thing here, right? I know that a boulder thingy is going to come out, and when I move this, because it's an Indiana Jones reference, and I look like Indiana Jones. Hello, yes I do. But what I know now is that the boulder only has a certain height. So if my theory is proven correct, then when I remove it, I should probably escape. So. See? It comes out of his face. Haha! And now I have this thing. And it's going to give me money. And I believe the aim really is to kind of keep building up your stuff and going to Herbie's shop and all of his mates and stuff, and figuring out... yes. And, you know, building yourself up, making yourself slightly more... slightly less susceptible to damage. So see, for example, there... Ugh. There it is. Now, you know, I could have... There you go, there's another lesson learned. Don't throw an arrow at a wall and let it hit you on the way back. But there you go. So, for example, falling on an enemy, it like breaks your fall, but also it kills them. Great, done. So yeah, you learn all these things, and you get better. But it's not like numbers going up, getting better. It's you're literally getting better at the game. I think that's cool. And very few games kind of do that. Like, so, you know, Dark Souls is an example. Well, an example of a game that does that. And it definitely has that difficulty and that, I guess, sort of charm to it. Like, it is kind of a charming game all in its sort of all by itself. Yes. But the charm is the fact that you're like, well, I want to keep playing because I want to see what else there is in the game. Ah, right, so Willie's clothing shop. See, Willie, I bet Willie's got a shotgun as well. Hey, see, I can't afford that. I'm not. Do you know what, Willie? No. You and your brothers. I've decided they're brothers. They're awful. Their customer service is naff. They just shoot you. I can't figure out how to buy stuff. I'm sure. Well, I'm confident that there is. I'm confident that there is a way of doing it, but I can't figure out how to. And oh goodness me. Here we go. So if I put this, so I've got items as well, right? So I've got these ninja ropes. I can climb up them. Boo! There we are. I'm playing this with a controller. There's controller support. There's also support for a keyboard because it's a PC game. I dread to think how playing it with a PC would be. Woohoo! Second level completed. I'm on a roll. And I really do mean that because I've only seen 4 levels in total, as in a row. See if I can do anything cool with this key. I'm just constantly keeping my eye out for stupid hidden traps. But they're not too hidden, if you know what I mean. Like, I haven't found anything that's like... I haven't, you know, accidentally there's a dice game up there. I haven't accidentally stumbled upon something that I just literally had no idea was there. Like, it's not cheap deaths, necessarily. There's a lot of deaths, but they're not necessarily cheap. It's just... Ow. Obviously you do things like that every once in a while and feel like an idiot. I might take this key with me. But yeah, none of it's ever like cheap or anything. Like it's just you were dumb. You messed up. Occasionally, and this is a slight flaw of the game, like I can't figure out how to get out of an area because I've used the bombs to explode too much stuff. And therefore got myself into like a bit of a pickle. But you know, apart from that, and I'm sure you know you probably could sort that out. Man, I love that music. It has looped a lot, but it is very, very, flipping it. No! Okay. Just saw that in time. Well, there we are. 1 life bar left. If I can get to the end, this is going to be my, like, the best run. Oh yeah, the other... I should say there is one sort of cheap death, and that's like pots. Sometimes they contain baddies. And that's not very cool. Ah, right, okay, let's do this. So, another thing I've learned, if I press down and press the A button, it drops it instead of throwing it, like with an item. Yes! I am near the end. I am right at the end. That is the furthest I have got. Oh my god, there's green stuff. What is the green stuff? Now the music's changed, and I don't know what any of this stuff is. I'm terrified. I don't know what any of this stuff does now. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, fair. So I don't know what any of this stuff does now. And that puts me at a complete I know what you do. Complete disadvantage. Because now I am really, really screwed. I don't know how those things react. I don't know what to do with these things. And I'm dead. That's the furthest I got. Look at that little man at the bottom. And that's kind of the enjoyment, I guess, of Spelunky. I'm constantly finding new stuff. I hear snakes. I hate snakes. How do you hear snakes? Oh, I guess they hiss. Get up, get up, get up. And the ironic thing, of course, the ironic thing, I should say, not the ironic thing, that's not a word, but the ironic thing is that snakes are literally the least of your worries in any way in this game. But yeah, that's the fun of the game, really. Like finding stuff and kind of creating your own stories and saying, oh, did you find this? And oh, did you know you can do this with this? And that's kind of like a NES era thing, isn't it? You know, oh, did you find the warp whistle? What? What's a warp whistle? You don't hear that stuff anymore. You just hear, hey, did you pay £1.99 to download the cheat pack? What has it become? And that's it really, and it kind of appeals to that hardcore old school crowd, and in some ways this is a better example of like old school game design than giving an old game to somebody might be. I get the feeling, like, because it does have kind of modern. I'm gonna die if I go in there. It does have kind of modern sensibilities in some ways, in that it's very quick. You know, there's no super long loading screens. There's no stupid animations that you don't care about. You know, there's none of that. It's just get into the game, keep playing. Like, it's pure gameplay, if you know what I mean. So this would be a kind of good representation of what that culture of playing games was like at the time. Ooh. See, you can use the environment against your enemies as well. Again, which I think is really, like, cool. Like, it's fair. It's a completely fair game in most regards. Oh, for heaven's sake. See, I can use the environment like this. There you go. So yeah, I'm really impressed, basically. I think this is really, really cool. And if you want to find out more about Spelunky, if you want to hear about what my fun friends over at InRetroSpectPodcast.com, my good pals, what they think about the game, then tune in. Tune in to Freeplay. You can find it on iTunes or on InRetroSpectPodcast.com. And now I'm stuck. And that's how I live. Like that's how I'm going to live from now on. And I'm going to leave it right there. Me, dead. No, I'm just going to throw a bomb down or something. Oh. Whatever.